Wilson Morales from Black Women TV. Hello, Teyana. How's it going?
Hey, Wilson.
It's been a crazy ride for you this whole year. When do you find time to balance life and what do you have to do work wise?
Yeah, I'm finding. I'm praying and I'm finding, and God has given me the strength to wake up and do everything and achieve all all the blessings, all the blessings He's given me. This everything I prayed for, so I ain't complaining.
This is when you have to rely on your team. Goes, what am I doing today? Because there's a lot going on. You know.
That's so crazy because um my rep told me that today. I was like, what? I didn't even know what we was. Yeah, let me. She got my phone right now doing my calendar because that's me. I'm like, so what are we doing today? Even though they sent me my calendar like 80 times, it just feels better to just ask and get an answer in real time.
Listen, you have this role, one battle after another, and it's kind of funny. You had a thousand and one a couple of years ago, but now with this movie, is a lot more people are seeing you. They're seeing the range. We already knew who you were. You say we already know what you could bring to the table, but now a lot more people can see it. And you're being talked about, which is great. You're being, you got other roles coming in. Talk to me about when this role of Perfidia Beverly Hills came to you, and you're like, "What is this?" Was it the character? Was it the name? What came to you first, the name or
I
the
mean, the
role?
name, the name is so good. It's so good, but I want to say the role came. No, 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 no. It was the name. It was the name. But before any of that, before the name or the role, I just remember the phone call from PTA. And I will never forget because I was on a road trip. I was stuck in traffic. Like, I mean, my day was just, it just was not the day, you know? And I remember he called personally, no agents, no nothing. He called him, was like, hey, what's up? I was like, who the hell is this? Like, I've been stuck in traffic. Who just playing on my goddamn phone? You already know, bill collectors, all types of stuff. You just never know. So I'm like, who the hell is this? And he was like, what's up? It's Paul Thomas Anderson. And I was like, oh, shit. Like, when I tell you I straightened up I was like, life is great. How are you? What's going on? And he instantly went into, this vision that he had and what he wanted to do. And I mean, it was a yes the moment he said his name. But then once he really started breaking down his character, I'm like, tell me more. And we started really diving into more and more conversations about her. And then that's when he told me her name.
Did
And
you
I was
know you were going to be working opposite Leo?
I did. He told me on the phone again, casually, to be you, Leonardo DiCaprio, da, da, da. I was like, "Oh, okay, Sean Penn." I mean, he just like he dropping the big dogs. You know what I'm saying? And all I could do it was hyping me up even more to really make sure Perfidia was a fire character. You know what I'm saying? It was important for me to like lock in because to your point, he's seen 1,001. That's how he's seen me, and I'm like, okay, cool. That means that like I did something right. You know what I'm saying? And it's so crazy because my intentions when I did 1,001 was just that. I'm like, this is the role that's gonna make people take me serious. So like 1,001 was my real lock-in time. Remember, I had just retired from music. I didn't know what was going to happen. That was the first thing that came after retirement of music. And so I knew I had a point to prove. So the fact that I'm getting this phone call from Paul means that, you know what, you took that leap of faith, you trusted in God, and now look, so I knew that, okay, we're here now. We're here now. So it's either go hard or go home. So I knew I had to lock in. You know what I'm saying? And then with knowing that I'm going to be, in there with all these legends as well, I'm like, oh yeah, I really got to lock in. I got work to do now. I got a bigger point to prove, you know?
How much did you add to the character outside of what the script called for? Because I know when you speak in those lines, there had to be a little bit of you to say punch it up a little bit so it
Oh,
can feel real. Because I know, like, wait a minute, you ain't gonna tell me Paul wrote these lines like this unless he was in the streets. You
yeah.
say he probably wrote it, and you're like, let me say it my way. That way we would know
I
it.
mean, what I love, hold on, can y'all turn on the air? That tea making me hot. I don't know what was in that tea. But honestly, what I love about PTA is how collaborative he is. I've been seeing a lot of interviews of him and Leo talk about me, and they both keep talking about like my ability to improv. So it was like that's really what it was. Like when he said go ahead, Perfidia. It was go time. It was like when you holding your pit bull and you like, get him. Like that was me. You know what I'm saying? The moment you let me off that leash, like it was Perfidia unfiltered. You know what I'm saying? And that was what made it fun because I knew the importance of her character and the importance of the script. But he gave me the space to make it my own. He gave all of us the space to make our characters and find our characters and, apply the magic on the day. You know what I'm saying? Like the script is there. Everything else is to be determined. You know what I'm saying? When we get there.
Why do you think Perfidia just craves to be a lone wolf? There's everything handing to her. She's got a love interest. She's got a child, but she still hungers to be the lone wolf.
Mm. I think that, as you can see, Perfidia is a bit of a prideful person. She is egocentric in the space, but also she's so strong in what she believes in and she's unapologetically herself, which also, results in her being a little selfish, at times, but she stands in that. And that's I think that's why we love her because she's just a badass, whether we agree with her decisions or not. Um, but I think like Perfidia is just she's so complex. She's so complex and I think that she felt like she was maybe even like robbed of a few things. You get what I'm saying? Like if I got a gun to your head and you saying, "Hey, sweet thing." It's like, "Oh, so you think this is a game." You know what I'm saying? And I think that once she stepped into that game, played that game and seen the power that she held, I think she kind of like got a little greedy and it like backfired. You know what I'm saying? But she was robbed of that. She was, sexualized. She was, you know what I'm saying? She automatically felt like she wasn't being hers. So then imagine, she's pregnant and she just had this baby and she, is dealing with postpartum depression and now she doesn't feel heard. She doesn't feel seen. It's like I think it's like she's been slowed down enough. You know what I'm saying? Like one person over here slowing down her mission. She just want to, blow some shit up, and this person's slowing her down. Then now she pregnant. This life of her being a stay-at-home mom, or is getting in her way, and Perfidia don't want nothing in her way.
You've done these works, obviously prior to this movie. You've got all fairs now. You've been working with different directors. What's your takeaway after working with PTA that helps you out, that you may want to help them, you may think helps you out as an actress, skill set wise, moving forward?
Hmm, that's a good question. Honestly, since working with PTA and even like AV Rockwell, with a 1001, um, it opened my eyes to the importance of like how how safe I feel. Like I want to be pushed to be the best version of myself. When I'm on screen, when they yell action, I strive to make them proud. I think also working with them um has made me a better director. Paul's gentle leadership is so amazing. How much of how gentle his leadership is, but also how much of a mentor he is, and just he's like your favorite coach. You know what I'm saying? And you want to go hard for him because you want to make him proud. And like even when he's tough on you, like you take it as a compliment because it's like, oh, you care. You know what I'm saying? You want me to be the best version of myself. Now I'm a soldier. I'm your soldier. And we going to war, we going to war. He reminds us, it's like Napoleon. He gets off his high horse. He in the battlefield with us. And I love that. You know what I'm saying? Like and I respect that so much, and then with AV, her being just a black woman that's just so amazing at her craft. I think of course it's going to always be so inspirational, especially because I'm, about to direct my first feature film, and I was with her when she directed her first feature film, which was 1001. So that taught me so much about how to even navigate as a first time director. So I've been so fortunate to have worked with people who who are safe, you know, who makes me feel safe and who pushes me to be my greatest self.
The run is not over. Congrats on this role. Congrats
Thank
on the film.
you.
Obviously, you've got
Thank
a lot
you.
going on, so keep it going. Get your
Thank
team
you.
ready. Keep your glam going because we don't want to see any
Hey,
repeats. You know,
thank you
we don't want to
so
say she
much.
wore that 2 weeks ago. No, there's a new outfit.
Period. Period. You know, I'm ready to throw that shit on.
Yourself, keep it going. Have a
You.
good
Thank
one.
you so much. You too.
Mhm.